Hey everybody, I wanted to make this video to talk about the most epic box break I had recently. This really was a hot box. It had so many good cards in there, it was insane. I had it for a while. I got it from the baseball card exchange. It was resealed and certified to show that it was completely unopened wax pack box and it hadn't been tampered with. I even kept all the wrappers because apparently they might be worth a little bit of money too if they're in good shape. So I kept them all in this box right here. But instead of making you guys sit through every pack being open and a lot of common cards and stuff like that in a really long video, I just wanted to cut to the chase and show the cards that I got out of the box. So what I went ahead and did is I took every card that had value based on the PSA list and put them in card sleeves. So the first two, I got doubles of the Brock Yaz 1979 highlights. And then the Phillies team card right here. Apparently, if this is PSA 10, this is a $400 card. Got a really nice looking Johnny Bench. I got doubles of the Bobby Bonds, both really nice. And one of the best pulls right here, I actually got 3 George Bretts. They're all in really good shape. I mean, none of the centering on them is exactly 50-50, but in PSA 10, if you get like a 60-40 centering at least, it's around a $400 card. I got 3 of them. I got doubles of the Rod Carew. Both are pretty nicely centered right there. Got a really nice looking Steve Carlton. The centering on that's just about 50-50. Got a really nice looking Dennis Eckersley. Steve Garvey. Ken Griffey Sr. And doubles on the Don Gullet. Apparently, if this is PSA 10, it's around a $200 card. I got 2 of them. And now for the crazy thing. I actually pulled 2 Rickey Henderson rookie cards. Now, on this one right here, if you look close, there's a little bit of a dig in the card. That's actually how it came out of the pack. The centering isn't the best on this card either. But this one is decently centered, pack fresh, really nice looking. If I'm lucky, I may get a PSA 9 on that. But it looks really good. But the crazy thing is pulling 2 Rickey Henderson rookies out of the box. Then a really nice looking Willie McCovey. Now this one I'm kind of bummed about because it's one of the more rare cards in the set. It's the Jim Palmer. If you get in a PSA 10, it's around a $400 card. But as you can see, it's extremely off-center. It's even worse than 90-10. It's basically all the way over to the left. So the centering is not the best on it, but other than bad centering, really nice looking card, fresh out of the pack, right into the card saver. And then the Dave Parker. the Tony Perez, the Rick Ruschel. This is actually one of the hardest cards to get in the box. It's actually one of the rarest ones, but no PSA 10s of this card exist, I'm guessing because of the centering. But as you can see, the centering on this isn't the greatest, but other than that, really nice looking card. Now, this was probably one of my favorite pulls out of the whole box. As you can see, Pete Rose, the centering on that's pretty dead even. I'd say it's about as close to 50 as you can get if it's not dead on. Looks great. If it's a PSA 10, it's around a $300 card. And this was probably my favorite pull from the whole box right here. Really nice looking Nolan Ryan. I mean, check out the centering on that. Probably my favorite pitcher of the semi-modern era, so I was really happy to pull this card. Really good one. And I got 3 Mike Schmidts. Now, the centering isn't the greatest on these. Is that one? But they're all really nice looking, pack fresh right into the card saver. Centering on this one's decent. Here's a really nice looking Tom Seaver. Pulled that. Centering's pretty damn good on that one. Now, this is actually one of the more valuable cards in the set, the Willie Stargell. But just like with the Jim Palmer, really bad centering on that one. If you get a PSA 10 on this card, it's currently around almost $500. But aside from the bad centering, really nice looking card. All the corners are sharp. Right into the card saver out of the pack. And here's a really nice looking Carl Yastrzemski. Really good centering on that one. And the Yankees team card. So as you can see, that's about as good of a box as you can hope to get right there. I mean, like I said, I even pulled 2 Rickey Hendersons out, the Nolan Ryan, the Jim Palmer, 3 Mike Schmidts, 3 George Bretts. I mean, the list goes on and on. So really epic box break. I mean, I was debating for a while whether or not I should open it, but I'm glad that I did. And once again, I got this from the Baseball Card Exchange. They're one of the best places to get vintage packs from because they go through and they inspect and make sure that none of the packs have been tampered with, and they reseal it and certify it. It's going to cost you a little bit more money to go this route, but you're more likely to get an actual box that's legitimate as opposed to a box on eBay that's been tampered with. So as you can see, I got a ton of good cards, and hope you've enjoyed this box break video, and I'll release more videos soon. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks again.